Hey guys, welcome back to Electrical Car Repair Live. Our mission in the garage is to save you guys as much money as we can. That's why we make these absolutely free videos and we teach you how to fix your car for free. Let's go ahead and start on it now. Channel. If you guys have a BMW E46, this one will be, guys, a 3 Series from year 1998 to year 2006, guys. And if you have a code P0036, which is related to oxygen sensor, guys, but this is known as oxygen sensor 2 or downstream oxygen sensor. This is the one past the catalytic converter. Okay, so it's not the one before the catalytic converter, it's the one after the catalytic converter. Stay with us, guys. We'll show you how we will test it, we'll show you where it's located and all that stuff, what needs to be done to replace it. And in addition, guys, we'll be sharing all the tools and parts, including the replacement sensor and part numbers, in the description of the video below, and see where you can get yours from for a good price. So let's go ahead, start on it. But before that, let me introduce you guys. We'll have more than 200 videos on this car. Why? Because our mission is to save you guys as much money as we can. So please, guys, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and leave a comment below. Quite a bit of helpful information will be shared here. So let's start on it now. So let me start the car for you. I'll show you guys. Okay, engine light is on. Okay, let me turn that. Well, with the light it's probably a little bit better. Okay, you can see engine light is on right there. So it stays on no matter what you do, guys. The light will stay on like that. So what we'll do now, I'll turn the engine off, turn the ignition on. Okay, just like that. Turn the ignition on. And now I'll be using, guys, that Foxwell scanner here. You can find it listed in the description of the video below. Super good scanner. You can check, clear and read codes from the engine computer, ABS system, airbag system. You can register battery. You have the DPF function for the diesel vehicles, electric parking brakes, gear worm, injectors. Quite a few things you can do with that computer, guys. So I'll definitely recommend it. So we'll go to engine now, OBD2. And it's going to connect to the vehicle and all that stuff. As I said, guys, we'll have more than 200 videos on E46 and every car we get at the shop, because our mission, guys, is to save you as much money as we can. Now it's linking the vehicle to the protocol that it's using. So this is the one now, ISO 91410-2. Not that we need to know that, but it just let us know anyways. Okay, it's almost there now. So you can see we have one code found 1. We'll click OK. Then we'll select the module and we'll click read codes. And one is stored codes, one is pending codes. So you can check both of them to make sure that you don't have another code that it's about to pop. But we don't. We have P0036 oxygen sensor heater control circuit bank 1 sensor 2. What bank 1 means, guys? Stay with us, we'll demonstrate, we'll open the engine and all that stuff. Bank 1 is on the 6-cylinder engine, it's on 6-cylinder BMW engine, it's cylinder 1, 2 and 3. Bank 2 will be 4, 5 and 6. Sensor 2 is the one after the catalytic converter, we know that for sure. So this is not so very important sensor for the way the engine performs. It's more like detecting if the catalytic converter is doing its job. Now we'll go back and I'll show you guys how we're going to check it out with live data. Right here, live data. Enter. Now you have 2 sensors after the catalytic converters on the 6-cylinder engine. One for bank 1, one for bank 2. Both of the sensors should give about the same parameters, guys. And if one is static, not moving or completely off, it means that it's bad. And we'll show you how we can check those. Okay, so bank 1 sensor 2 and bank 2 sensor 2 should give about the same, the same numbers. Okay, let me scroll down until we find it. Okay, we're getting there somewhere. Oxygen sensor output. Bank 1 sensor 1, we need to select this one. Oxygen sensor output. Okay, bank 2 sensor 2. Now we click view data. We'll start the car now, they're about the same. Let's start the car now. Perfect, car is running. Okay, and You need to give it, guys, some time for the sensors to warm up. Why? Because some of them will start working after the engine reaches certain temperature, so the catalytic converters can be performing as well. Now our car, it's almost warm now, so you can see one of them, okay, definitely started working now. Bank 2 sensor 2 is working, the other one it's not moving at all. That's the one that we have problems with. Bank 1 sensor 1. If I rev it up, check it out, okay, we are going to get one of them moving, the other one not. I can click to see the graphs for both of them. This is bank 1 sensor 2, bank 2 sensor 2. And now, okay, let me merge the graph because this one sometimes, okay, it's confusing a little bit, but okay, you can definitely see, okay, right there, merging the graphs. One of them is moving, one of them is not moving at all. Check it out. Okay, how one of them goes up and down, that's how it should be. The other one, it doesn't do anything, guys. So, we'll show you what you need to do in that case. Let's turn the car off and we'll continue. So I removed one of the covers. This is the cover, guys, here for the fuel injectors and for the oxygen sensor. This cover is usually attached here. You have two caps that you need to remove, one here, one towards the back, and you have one bolt here and one towards the back. You remove those and you can pull it out. Now, if you want to gain more room, you can remove the cabin air filter here housing. All that engine will open up and you can work on your vehicle better. Now, as I said, guys, bank 1 is cylinders. Okay, ignition coils 1, 2 and 3 right here, cylinder 1, 2 and 3. 4, 5 and 6 is bank 2. This is sensor 1. This is upstream or before the catalytic converter. You have one here, one on the back for bank 2. The downstream or sensor 2, guys, okay, it's located on the exhaust, okay, under the vehicle. You have to get under the vehicle. We have the video how to replace them and all that stuff. All the tools that we'll be using, okay. This is the socket for the oxygen sensor replacement. It's a special tool that makes your work way easier. So check it out, listed, guys, in the description of the video below. Also, this is, guys, the connector that we need for that code P0036. This is the oxygen sensor right here. So you just get it out. Okay, you undo it from right here. Okay, all we have to do just spread those things open and you can pull it out. You will follow the wire and it goes towards the back, guys. There is a zip tie holding them there, so you might need to install one later so the cables don't get burnt, and you will need to replace it. We'll have the whole video from start to finish on the channel how to replace all of the oxygen sensors. So if you need help, check it out. But in today's video we'll see if we replace that sensor now, if it's going to take care of our problem and that code, so you know what to do, guys. So let's go ahead and start on it now. So we replaced, guys, the oxygen sensor. Now I'm going to go ahead, okay, I'm going to go ahead and turn the ignition on. Okay, we're going to go ahead and read the codes again to make sure that the computer is still connected, otherwise I have to reconnect it because the ignition was off for a long time. Okay, we're checking that one now. It's communicating with the computer and all that stuff. Okay, the code is still there. So if I go back, okay, now we can go ahead, okay, actually, and erase the code. Okay, let's click erase code. Are you sure? Yes, we erase it. Erase done. Now stay with us to see if what the test will show us. Engine light is not on at all. That's good. We'll go to live data. And now we're going to wait for it. Okay, we're going to select that parameters again and we'll see, okay, what numbers we're going to get this time. Custom list, enter, and here we need to go to oxygen sensor current, bank 1, okay, no, we need bank, okay, bank 2 sensor 2, and we need bank 1 sensor 2 right there. Select it, view data, Both of them now, guys, moving. Okay, showing really good numbers. Check it out. So if I rev the car up a little bit, both of them go up and down like they're supposed to. Check it out. And they will stabilize and go to around 0.6, 0.7. Now if we click the graph, okay, let's see if it's going to show us both of them now. Okay, you can see both of them moving, so that definitely, guys, okay, check it out, both of them are showing, okay, about the same parameters, guys, 0.7, 0.4 if I rev it up. So definitely that's taking care of the problem, guys. So thank you guys for watching. Please, hopefully guys the video was helpful and we were able to save you money. We guys have more than 19,000 free repair videos on our YouTube channels. Check them out. We have videos that can save you thousands of dollars in future repairs. Thank you for watching and see you guys next time.